So a working woman in India, and I would extend it to most countries which don't have adequate support systems, in India does 2 full-time jobs. Okay, she's literally, I would say, 2.5 full-time jobs if I were to say. That is one of the reasons why women themselves also refuse to move forward. They themselves refuse to take additional responsibilities, and uh, and there is also a lot of myths around them, or in the name of compassion, they said, she's a new mother. Let's give her lighter projects. Let's give her easier work. She'll not be able to manage. There are assumptions. Nobody comes and asks that woman. You've already sidetracked her. So the minute you've sidetracked her, she was on a career path. She has lost that career path by 2 years. Then when she goes out and says, okay, by the way, I was in a senior manager level for the last 5 years. I didn't get promoted. The hiring manager is like, maybe she's not good enough. That's why she didn't get promoted. And she doesn't get that opportunity. She doesn't get that role. So the fact that women are still considered primary caregivers leads to both societal expectations in the organization, and their own self-inflicted guilt, I would say that, as a combination thereof, which doesn't allow them to go forward. The second is organizations are not supportive. Very few organizations have flexibility for women when they come back from maternity leaves. I remember we do programs for organizations for their working mom program, and I remember talking to a very well-known organization, and they said we have great policies for women. We give them 6 months paid maternity leave. I said, sir, that is
This is
policy.
as per law.
I said, that is as per the labor law. You have to give them as long as they're eligible. If they've worked with you for 180 days, you have to give them 26 weeks of maternity leave. You're not doing them any additional favor. So organizations are not supportive of women in terms of the supporting them during that process. The third, and I'm going to say this with a lot of caution, but it's still a very alpha male leadership space, which means that if I have to be a leader, I have to behave a certain way. I have to act a certain way. I have to be tougher. I have to be more aggressive. I have to be more a go getter, which for a lot of women is against their natural personality trait, which by the way is also against a lot of men's natural personality traits. So let's clear that out. But in case of women, there some for very few who carry those personality traits are able to survive in a very, very alpha male dominated space. So when you see a lot of senior women leaders, they also reflect similar styles and personalities, which is not acceptable or which is not okay for a lot of women, and they do drop out. So these three are primary reasons. What can organizations do is really support them across all three stages if they want to improve their women ratio, but they don't.